Gang, I just came back from Beautyworld and the duffel is full. Now I want to show you guys some of the gifts that I was given over at Beautyworld, because the reality is I didn't have enough time to go shopping. I wasn't in Dubai for an extended period of time where I can go to Dubai Mall or to some of the souks and pick up some discounted fragrances, but I was gifted a ton of fragrances that maybe these are brands that you haven't heard of, or maybe you have, and I'm finally touching up on them. But I want to show you guys what I got and maybe have you guys select which one I should talk about first. Let's roll my music so we can tap in some of the Beautyworld gifts that your boy was given. Legit, it's like 30 pounds at least. No, I'm buff. Blessed morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. It's your boy, 𝗙𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Beautyworld Dubai. What an experience, bro. It's not for the faint of heart. I'll tell you that, especially with the jet lag. Babo, I was going to sleep like legit 2:30 to 3:30 to have to be at the convention at 10 a.m. when it opens up. So keep in mind, Dubai traffic is a movie no matter what time of day. So I'm on like fucking 3 hours of sleep. I don't drink coffee. Probably hungover from the night before. Just doing bad, bro. The shower was the only thing that saved me. But walking those 20 some odd thousand steps every day, the 3 days of the convention, will gas you out.
Julian!
But the last day that I was there, I swung by, there's a niche section with all these brands that you may or may not know. And I was just swinging by, just smelling stuff. Already my nose was blown out from the prior 2 days. I was just running on fumes and a prayer. And that was the line I was giving everybody. Everybody was dying. I was like, yo, they're like, yo, Cuba, how are you, bro? I was like running on fumes and a prayer. Because legit, I was so delirious the whole time. I barely remember what these fragrances smelled like, but I know that they're dope because I selected them. They gifted me whatever I wanted at some of these booths very humbly. I'm not doing that to brag. I'm just saying, like, yo, they were like, yo, whichever one you love or whatever, boom, we'll gift it to you. And some of them were gracious enough that are gonna ship it to me, so I don't even have everything here. But I had to tear up all the packaging of those fragrances because there was no way I was gonna bring them to the US without having to buy a complete new luggage or pay like a crazy overage or blow my shit out. So let's tap into some of the fragrances. First, I'll start with what's on the table because it's just the easiest. One of my main stops over there was the team over at 𝗙𝗲𝗏. I was trying to build a relationship with the team over at 𝗙𝗲𝗏. So I was over there doing like little collaborations here and there. And they gave me 3 of the 5 new releases, which is Black Obsidian, which is a Dior Homme Parfum. Not the new shit, the old joint variant interpretation. For me, my favorite out of all the releases, just putting it out there. So Black Obsidian for me, absolutely spectacular. Then they dropped 𝗙𝗲𝗏 Aquatica, and this is like the blue top variant of Creed's Virgin Island Water, which I thought was a ballsy move for them to drop another Virgin Island Water. But the blue cap one, better than the new chrome cap, was a little bit boozier and a little bit more creamy coconut. It was just like a stronger alcoholic punch, which is what this fragrance has here. Very delicious and one of the most popular in that space. Like as far as mass appeal is concerned, everybody was glazing that one. I wasn't, because I was there too busy fucking with Obsidian. And the new Terra, which is the Outlands dupe, which our video will be coming soon, so I'm not gonna give you too much on this joint, but let's just say surprised. Now let's tap into what's in Uncle Koopa's bag, because the shit is stacked. I'm gonna mispronounce all of these fragrances. I barely speak English at this point, so you know, I can't read or spell. I have a 9th grade education.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
And even with that, all I knew was math because I was measuring in grams. So we have Les Foulées du Parfum, Les Folies or Les Foulées de Parfum Capri Ecstasy. I'm not gonna give you too many details on the fragrance. I just want to run through all of them so I don't make this video super boring and long. I want you guys to choose in the comments. You feel free to look up the notes. Here's the fragrance again, just so you guys can figure out which fragrance you want me to talk about first. So there was that one. What else we got in here? I'm gonna just start picking up shit at random. This was from the House of Samaya. This was Sharif Divine. Almost looks like a pretty ass whiskey glass, so we got that joint here. What else is here? All right, by the House of Judy, this is Ramad. You can see the bottle there has 2-tone, almost a sandblasted finish on one side and then the smooth glossiness on the other. So that's Judy Ramad. Then we got by the House of Ramon Blazer, Venom Javor, which is all under Dumont Paris lineup. This is like their luxury lineup, and all I'm gonna say about these joints is shocked. And there's 4 different fragrances that they gifted me. It felt like it was a hand-carved fucking wooden chest that I had to throw away. Again, it didn't fit. It was huge, mad heavy. So this is Repertoire. We got Phantom. And then the last one is Overdose. All right, so this is by Afnan. I stopped by the Afnan booth and they gave me their new releases, which is Lynxed. This one is the Feminine Lynxed. And it was dope because it has Cuban link chains, and I'm known on my jewelry channel as like the Cuban link god of YouTube. So they got the masculine one, Lynxed for him with the black Cuban link there. Then we got over here by the house of Attar Al-Has. This is Leather Effecto. And what they were telling me is that each bottle, depending on the color of the bottle, they have one singular stone that matches the color of the bottle. So everything else is like diamond color or clear. And then they got one stone that matches the color of the actual bottle. Then I chose Touch from the house of Touch of Oud, Agla by the house of Touch of Oud. And please comment below if you've heard of any of these houses, because for me, a lot of these houses were new. I never heard of any of these joints. This is from the house of Le Prince de Golf, or de Golfe, Citron Macaroon. And now we got a house that a lot of you have talked about, have been asking me about, at least in the TikTok world, the house of Tomavici. And I chose Demigod. Look at this shit. This is a super opulent Uncle Cuba style bottle. OG kind of mafioso finish. It looks like a falcon of whiskey in some portion. But yeah, it's fucking sick. Then I got another Le Princesse du Golf. This one's called Exquisite Pear. Nice presentation. Cool bottle. Has a little rose on top. Daniel Rene gifted me his new fragrance, Aziza Fig Yourself. You probably saw me do a review on this one. Then the wonderful people over at the house of Ira gifted me Symphony. Then I went to a party hosted by Paris Corona, fire ass party, and they gave the guests, like the VIP guests, a real beautiful like leather or leatherette, gorgeous presentation, gorgeous, with a limited release of Kier or Kyre, and this one is Amber Bloom, and these were numbered. There was a number like tag on it. I think this was like 135 or some shit like that. I just had to throw the whole thing away because I couldn't bring it with me. Also by the people over at Zamaya Massage Rhythm. I believe this is the one featured in like, what was it? One of those GQ joints or one of those interviews with French Montana. He was talking about the OG version of this joint, if I'm not mistaken. And I'll share with you my thoughts if you guys choose for this one to go next. Eventually I'll run through all of them, but you pick. And we're getting down to the wire here. These are all 𝗏𝗏 fragrances, and this is part of their new line. They're all numbered joints. These are the minis. They gave me all of them. Honestly, 𝗏𝗏 is a sleeper fucking niche house. Like, they have some on the low, like the price points are stupid, right? Like fucking ridiculously good. And then the scents are sick. These are numbered 1 through 5, and they're all so drastically different from each other, including some beast mode animalic DNAs. I'm very excited to tap into those fragrances. They're just so different. Again, under $100, monster scents. And then I was gifted a bunch of samples from Bois 1920. Those are over there on the floor. Got that new Cadillac Shiaka Snow. There was a gentleman out of the UK who has a oil-based brand called Black Oud. Was cool, we chopped it up for a minute. These are all oils. I don't think they're fragrances. He said that they used to collaborate with a lot of rap artists and shit like that. I'm not an oil dude, but I'm like, yo, he gifted it to me humbly. Cool dude, good vibes. So I'm gonna test these shits out and see what kind of, you know, oil work we're doing with over from the UK, from London town. And then I was gifted a bunch of samples from a brand that's not available in the US, but they're trying to make their presence known. Now, what I could tell you is that they're an interpretive fragrance. They're a dupe house. Allegedly, and I don't want to speak too much on it, the price point is gonna be so stupid that it's gonna make shit really scary. And at least from what I smelled, like what's currently in production, I believe they're out of, was it the Philippines or Indonesia? Damn, fam, I don't remember. I feel bad. Sorry for the brand, bro. Don't, you know, pardon my disrespect. But the scents were lit, and it was called 𝗙𝗟𝗋𝗄𝗋. 𝗙𝗟𝗋𝗄𝗋. Bro, some really nice shit, and the price point was so stupid. I was like, yo, if you can get it to the US in the price point that he was talking, scary. Made me like, what? There's just no way. That kind of motion. So I also tapped in with the house of Habibi, which was A1. They're gonna be tapping in and sending me some stuff according to the owner. One of the things I can confidently say is that all the brand owners that I met were super nice, very hospitable. There was no stank energy. There wasn't like, oh, I'm too big, or none of that energy. It was more like, yo, just try this stuff, see what I'm working on. Please feel free to share your true feedback. Like, let me know, because that helps me progress or look at things from a different direction. And that's something that I really appreciated all across the world from Beautyworld, at least for the people that I spoke with that were like brand heads or marketing heads. Like, they were all really really receptive to like criticism and like, yo, how can we make this shit better, or what should we stay away from, or all this other shit. And it was a good vibe, good energy. Like, I really had a good experience, even though I was running on fucking fumes, and I'm still recuperating from like that jet lag 100%, aka 𝗙𝐸𝐴𝐻 iced teas was keeping him alive. But for the most part, beautiful scents. I love all of these fragrances because I chose these fragrances, so there's no glazing or boosting, because I could have chose out of dozens or hundreds of different fragrances within each booth, but these are the ones that I personally selected because they spoke to me personally. So I can confidently say that I enjoy all of these fragrances for different reasons, but I'm gonna let you decide which are the couple of fragrances that I speak about next. I love y'all mother suckers from the heart. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all bitches next time. You know who it is? Biggest in the game. Oh, give me life. Smooches.
For the fly gun holder, money folder, Motorola, start tag when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense, you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.